Most games have a final boss. Leave It Alone has squirrels. After hours of raking leaves around my house, the game finally reveals the whole thing was a giant squirrel experiment. Squirrels were behind everything, watching you. They never speak. They never explain their goals. At first I thought it was just a joke ending, but then one question stuck with me. What were the squirrels actually studying? Because after cleaning 102,400 leaves, I don't think it was the leaves. Here's what we know. You wake up from a mysterious coma. Doctors can't explain what caused it, and they definitely can't explain why the yard outside is buried under an impossible amount of leaves. The moment you wake up, you feel an uncontrollable urge to start cleaning. Nobody tells you to, nobody asks for help, there's no one else around. You just start picking up leaves for hours. The ending gives you the setup, not the answer. So if it wasn't the leaves the squirrels cared about, what was it? My first theory is that the squirrels were studying persistence, because the scale of this task is absurd. There are over 100,000 leaves scattered across the property, and the game doesn't hide that fact. You realize almost immediately how much work this is going to be. Every area you uncover reveals even more leaves. And despite that, I never considered quitting, which is kind of weird when you think about it. Nothing is forcing you to continue. There is no consequence for stopping. The game never pressures you. Once you start making progress, something shifts. You want to keep going. You want to finish the next area. You want to see that percentage climb a little higher. The task starts to feel less impossible because you've already invested time into it. Maybe that's what the squirrels were measuring. How long will a person continue working towards a goal that seems completely unreasonable? Apparently, longer than you'd think. The more I played, the less this felt like a persistence test. I wasn't really thinking about the leaves anymore. I was thinking about the upgrades. The game consistently rewards you. Collect leaves, earn money, upgrade your rake, buy that $50 leaf blower, then collect faster. Every upgrade makes the next objective easier, and every objective gets you closer to the next upgrade. It's a loop, and it works. Progress became the actual reward, and the game keeps the reward visible the entire time. Your money sits on the top right corner of the screen, climbing with every leaf. So maybe the experiment wasn't about persistence at all. Maybe it's about how easily progress alone keeps us motivated. Here's an even stronger possibility. Maybe the squirrels weren't studying work. Maybe they were studying why humans willingly invent meaning out of a task that doesn't need to matter. Think about it. Nobody asked us to clean the yard. There isn't a deadline. There isn't an emergency. And yet, I want them gone. Part of it was the satisfaction, watching the yard slowly transform, checking objectives off the list, seeing areas reach 100%. Part of it was the art style. I genuinely enjoyed exploring the property. Some of it was the squirrels themselves. I kept finding little hidden squirrel pictures scattered around, small rewards that hinted at something bigger going on. None of those reasons were necessary. I didn't need to clean the leaves. I wanted to. The task itself became meaningful because I decided it was, which might be the most human thing in the entire game. Give us a simple goal, give us a way to measure progress, give us a few rewards along the way, and we'll happily turn it into a personal mission. At first I assumed the upgrades were why I kept playing. Looking back, that wasn't all true. The game hands you the whole system before you even start. The journal walks you through the rake, the inlets, the leaf blower, even how the currency works. By the time you pick anything up, you already know exactly how to turn leaves into rewards. Reading all that didn't make me want to clean the yard. Seeing the yard did. The upgrades and the currency explained how to clean faster, not why I wanted to in the first place. That reaction showed up the second I saw the mess, completely separate from anything the journal told me. And that's what makes the squirrel experiment interesting. They didn't need to hide the reward system or slowly reveal it to hook me. They laid it all out in the journal, and it still wasn't the reason I started. I wasn't raking to chase check leaves. The instinct to clean showed up on its own, and the system just gave it somewhere to go. The experiment wasn't creating motivation. It was giving already existing motivation a set of tools to work with. After all that raking, here's what I think the squirrels were really studying. Humans hate unfinished things. We see a mess and we want it cleaned. We see a checklist and we want every box checked. We see a number and want it to reach 100%. The squirrels didn't need to force me to clean the yard. They just needed to give me a problem to solve. And judging by the fact that I cleaned every last leaf, I'd say the experiment was a success. Thanks for watching my first video. Leave a sub if you enjoyed it, and stay tuned for more.